Hello, Joshua Gearworks here, back with another video, and today I'm reviewing set number 70137, and it is called Bat Strike. Of course, this is a 2014 LEGO Legends of Chima Speedorz set, and it has 101 pieces, one minifigure, and in the United States it retails for $13 actually. And this is actually just starting to show up in stores in the United States, and it's planned for a March release, and now let's take a look at the packaging. So here's the packaging for the set. It does use a new box, and this is the first of the Blister one-pack sets because the only other one I reviewed was the two-pack sets. So it is nice to see how well they pulled this off, and I really love the new packaging. You would open it easily from here, but it displays the set really well. And no pun intended, it is really a Blista set. That was bad. And to the back, it shows kind of the play features in the little Speedorz game and all other Speedorz this wave like they usually do. And it does come with one instruction booklet, which is pretty quick to build. They show a pretty nice advertisement with all the 15 sets from the January wave, sans the exclusive sets, and some more sets like the building sets right there, which looks really cool too. And even some more sets for some the online game and then the Speedorz sets. So there are lots of advertisements in here which don't look too bad. And look at that, even another advertisement, the little minifigure poster. So that's really cool. There are lots of advertisements in here, so it's not a bad instruction booklet. Now on to the actual trading cards. Okay, so here are the trading cards in this set. You do get 5 of them. So the first one is Blista. Nice artwork right there, not bad at all. The next one is Nightblade, which looks pretty cool. Next one is Nightmarkor. Next one is Nightbringor 2, not Nightbringor 1. And Jabba, like they usually have, which is, I think, the Chima term for weapon. And now onto the minifigure. Okay, so here is Blista, and you can see the minifigure has this really kind of cool coloring. It's like, I guess it's like a stand blue coloring, I'm not entirely sure. And he has some very nice printing on his legs and on his torso, which you can see once you take off his head and then his little armor piece right here, which is a really cool armor piece, but we'll take a better look at that later. But you can just see the printing on his torso is really excellent, and that's what goes with a lot of these 2014 Chima minifigures, and you can see the back right there, which looks great. So all that's nice. And for his little armor piece, you can see that it's this really cool mold right here, which isn't a new mold. It actually came out last year, but it is in that silver color, which looks really nice. And then you have the little Chi, the 1x1 tile set, as I call it. And then you got these really kind of new wing pieces, which are like bat wing pieces, which look really nice. And you get 2 of those in this set, or not really, because you get 4. You get 2 on the Speedorz. So sorry about that. I forgot you get 2 more on the Speedorz. So you do get 4 in this set. So it's really cool to get a lot of that piece in this set. And then for his head, we'll just bring back the minifigure. It is a very cool head print, but there is one problem. You can see it looks very menacing and everything like that. I do really like this. But the only problem is they didn't give him an alternate facial expression, which is kind of lame because a lot of the other Chima minifigures have an alternate facial expression. So that's kind of lame of LEGO for not doing that. But other than that, it is a very cool expression. But then it doesn't really look too complete. So once you add this, I don't really like this mold right here. I'll admit it is a very well-made mold. There's lots of detail on just the ears alone, and then on the top, there's all these little ridges right here, which looks nice. But just the overall look of it, it looks very, very goofy, and it just looks really odd to me. Sure, the printing is nice with the teeth and everything, but I don't know, just the overall head, I guess it's too big. So he'll have to be wearing this, and even then, it still looks pretty big. So if you put the little armor piece on back again, you can see just how overall goofy it looks. Sure, a lot of the other Chima minifigures are goofy, but I think that this mold in particular may be just a little bit too goofy and doesn't really fit with the style of the other ones. But that's just me. Like I said, it is a very well-made mold, and it does only come in another set, which is the Big Levartis' Outland base, which is the only other set with Blista. And then it comes in kind of with a different printing and everything in Braptor's Wind Striker, which is kind of like a $15 to $20 set. So that's really how I feel about this minifigure. Overall, really mixed. I do love the torso printing and everything, but just that mold, which is a major part of the minifigure, I don't know, just doesn't really complete him. So now on to the actual Speedorz itself. So here's the Speedorz itself, but before I show that, I forgot to show the 2 weapons in this set. You do get this little spear right here. It's not even a new mold, which I don't know why they don't just use a new mold, because it would be a little bit cooler. I guess it saves money just to add a cheap weapon. Then you get this weapon right here, which isn't really interesting, but this piece right here in this color isn't really common, so that's not bad to get it in that color. It's more common in, I think, this flat silver color, I believe, so that's really cool. But other than that, here is the Speedorz itself. You can see it has some very nice purple coloring, and purple is my favorite color, so instantly I already love the Speedorz just with the color alone. The mold itself is really well made. It looks a little bit like a bat, but what I like on what they did with here with the printing, they didn't make it look exactly like a bat because of the eyes right there. Don't really fit the eyes of how the Chima bats look. So I do like that. And you can see just the side detail right here has some very nice chains, all in this kind of silver color. And on the side right here has basically the identical printing, but it is still very nice printing that they continue to that side. On the front, you can see they have a little teeth mold, which isn't bad, and they have teeth printed on the front too, right there. And the back little accessory are these little bat wings, which are nice to get again because this is a much more newer piece. So it's nice to get 4 in this set because you get 2 with the minifigure and then 2 here. So that's cool. And here's the bottom. You can see the attachment right there. Probably going to take off the accessory still and just use the bat pieces for maybe another minifigure or something. Because you guys know the accessories just really get in the way nowadays. But what I'm going to do is take off this part right here to show how you could fit the minifigure. And you just kind of sit him down like that. And he fits on pretty well. As goes with all these Chima Speedorz minifigures. There's none that really have not fit or anything like that in the past year. And you can see he fits on well like that. And then for this actual ripcord, you get this very nice purple ripcord, which looks great. And this is the only set that comes with a purple ripcord, which is really cool. And purple is my favorite color, so I'm probably going to use this ripcord if I go into a Chima battle or whatever. But you just gotta put the ripcord in there. You guys know how these work, and then pull it out and let him go. And he flies pretty far. So that's it for the actual Speedorz, and now onto the build itself. So here's the build itself. You do get these 5 chi crystals along with the 6 you get in the set. So that's pretty cool that you do get 11 in the set, but they're so common. They come in basically every Speedorz set. So, I mean, it's not like the greatest thing, but it's still pretty cool to get 11 in just a regular $13 set. And then you get this little part right here, which looks a little bit like a bat-winged, I guess, fence or something like that. And the play feature with that is that you get this little ramp too. And the game is you're supposed to make your Speedorz jump over this with the ramp. So just set up a little bit of these chi crystals, and they have to hit over the chi crystals. So let me see, let me just position it a little bit better. Do not want to stay. So position, I'll just put 3, but you're supposed to have 5, and whoever knocks over the most chi crystals gets to flip over the card and whatever. And put it like that, and then, you see, so I knocked over 1, and then let's say if player 2 went, they would have to knock over more than 1 to win. So I don't know if I can knock over more than 1 this position, but oh, there you go. Okay, so player 2 just won because they knocked over 2, and then they would flip over the card and whatnot. So that's really it for the actual the little build. I mean, for the game, and that game has been done before. I mean, just for a few examples. Boulder bowling, where you had to knock over the boulders, and then the ring of fire, where you had to jump over an object. So it's kind of like a combination of a few of those. But for the build itself, it's really not impressive. You get these little burgundy pieces right here, and then you get these little Technic bat wings, as I call it, which don't come in a lot of sets, but they're not like the rarest piece ever, and they come in a lot of cheap sets recently. But other than that, you can just see the front right there, and then there's the back. There's really nothing special about it. You could kind of fold these a little bit to any way you want because they are on hinges right there, so you could fold it like that and that, or fold it kind of like that. They kind of position it so it could be like that, so you could jump over. There's this double cheese slope right here, which isn't bad to get. Always love getting double cheese slopes, and yeah, that's really it. I mean, it's not really the most impressive build, and it's probably one of the more least impressive builds because it doesn't really look cool, and it's really just meant for the game alone, and there's not really any cool pieces in particular that haven't really come in a lot of other sets. So yeah, that's really disappointing. And then for the ramp, it's literally just a ramp in the car hood. Another really disappointing part. And then, yeah, you can see it's very, very basic. It reminds me a little bit of, I think it was the Ring of Fire ramp because they have these little rubber stoppers right here, like the Ring of Fire ramp. And then you get these little, I guess you could say, bowling pin chi crystals, which are on these little parts right here. So they kind of wobble up and down. You get 5 builds of those. Not the most interesting thing to build. And then, like I said, you do get 6 of the chi crystals, so you do get 11 altogether. So the builds themselves are nothing interesting. Like, at least with some of these Chima sets, Chima Speedorz sets, I know last year, like, the Ring of Fire was a really nice build. I guess Target Practice was a nice build. I like the little mini eagles. But this one, it just isn't really cool. It's like a little gate with some bat wings. I don't know. And then you get these little pins, which are very similar to the ones from the Chi Battle set, which was the first of the $20 Speedorz sets. And that's really it to the build. You get the little ramp. There you go. We've gotten so many ramps in Speedorz sets before. So yeah, overall, really disappointed with this. And now into the final verdict. Overall, this set is very unimpressive. I actually really don't like this set. I'm going to go really low with this one, but the actual Blista minifigure himself isn't too bad. I love the printing on his torso, and his leg printing's okay, but it's just that extended little mask piece that really kind of sets me off in a bad mood because it looks a little bit too goofy. I think that they had to use this. They couldn't just use the regular ears. And it is a well-made piece, but I don't know. I don't know how they could have made it better using a mask because it has to fit in with the other Chima minifigures who all have masks. And their masks aren't really that bad. Like, you know, line masks, I don't hate them. I think when I first saw them, I didn't really like them too much, but they've grown on me. The crocodile ones are really cool, and the gorilla ones are pretty cool too, but this one, I don't know, it just looks a little bit too goofy. But the Blista minifigure himself, like I said, is really well made. You get some nice pieces like these little bat wings, which only come in a few sets this year, and the actual Speedorz itself is really cool because I love the purple color along with the purple ripcord, which only comes in this set. And this is the cheapest way to get a bat minifigure, but Blista isn't even exclusive to this set, which is pretty disappointing too, because he does come in Lavartis's Outland base, which I really don't like either. But other than that, there's not really any interesting pieces. I guess the bat wings, the little Technic bat wings are okay, because they're not the most common pieces, but even them, they come in a few sets. And this little weapon right here in this color isn't too common, in this color in particular, so I guess that's kind of a rare piece. But like I said, other than that, there's really nothing interesting about this set. Though it's only $13 and it is for 93 pieces. I will have to give this set a D+. I know it's extremely low, one of the lowest grades I've given in a while, but I don't really like this set. I think that the Speedorz really is what saves it, and Blista himself, but it's not a good set at all in my opinion. The game itself is also a retread. It's just one of those ones where you have to jump over something, knock over the little things. So that's how I feel about this set. Did I go too low? All you guys, just tell me what you think about this set, because when I go low on a set, I want to know what you all think. So post in the comments what you think, and I'll try to reply. I know I've been a little bit slow replying to comments, but I've been a little bit busy this week in particular. So that's it for now, and I will see you guys later with more Speedorz reviews. Bye.